It is Valentine's Day, and even though it's day 13, this is the big one. This is our big fancy meal at home that we're gonna enjoy together. Candlelight dinner, all dressed up. So.
You look nice.
You look nice too.
Thank you, ma'am.
All right. So we made a dinner.
Fancy.
If you watched our video about our first dates, the very first meal that I ever made for Rick was spaghetti. So we are creating that tonight with our little Italian bistro sort of thing. We're glad you could join us for our Valentine's dinner. It's supposed to be just the two of us, but we brought the camera with us this time. And we were going to reminisce about some of our favorite dinners, eating out and or eating in.
Yes.
Starting with our honeymoon.
Right.
People have asked about our honeymoon. And funny story, we booked tickets on a boat, like a dinner cruise, and missed the boat.
Yes, we did. At first, it was heartbreaking, I think. But, and then where we ended up actually going. We missed the boat. We tried. We really tried to get there. But I cannot remember exactly what happened. We couldn't find it.
We got caught in traffic.
We got.
And then we couldn't find it.
Yeah, it was a double whammy. We got caught in traffic, then we just couldn't find it. It was like a boat. Would it be called like a ferry ride or something?
It was a dinner cruise.
Yeah.
It was a dinner cruise.
And but we missed it completely.
We lived in the DC area. It was on the Potomac River.
Right. So we ended up devastated. We went to
the Rock and Roll McDonald's.
It was a McDonald's that was all set to 1950s rock music and such. It had a phone booth when you walked in with I think Dick Tracy and a jukebox and playing music all the time.
A big Marilyn Monroe.
And that is where we went because we missed our fancy boat ride with dinner cruise. So instead I had a quarter pounder. I think. But I'll tell you, it was our wedding day, so even though we missed the boat and everything, you know, at a certain point we just started laughing about it. I mean, what could you do? Yeah. You had to laugh about it.
It was stressful when we were trying to get there, and we were kind of tense, might be the right word. Yeah. But when we actually kind of gave up, when it was said done and we couldn't make it and it was over with, and we just said, you know, let's just go to McDonald's instead. We were kind of okay with that. We by that point it was just like, you know what, it's our wedding day. We're gonna just enjoy it, whether it's McDonald's or not.
And when it was all said and done, it was fine. It was good, and it's a fun memory. It really is.
It really is.
I mean,
though we don't go to McDonald's on our wedding
no,
anniversary.
No. But we just missed the boat. Yep. You know.
And they didn't refund us either, in case you're curious.
No.
If you missed the boat, you're out of luck. So.
So that was our wedding night.
Our honeymoon. Yeah.
Honeymoon. That was our first meal as husband and wife.
Yep. Rock and Roll McDonald's.
Quarter pounder. But then we had other dinners and things that were good. There was a place in Virginia that's really done up old-fashioned, and they have sidewalks and you can walk out to the water and stuff and look.
It's in Alexandria, Virginia, on King Street.
And there was a one restaurant called the Fish Market. Was that what it was called? I think that's what it's
called.
But it had an upstairs that was where the restaurant was, and they had a piano. There's a piano player, and it was done real nice. It had a balcony, and some folks could sit on the balcony and watch people walking by and stuff. And we went there a couple times.
Yeah.
Because it was so nice.
And it wasn't terribly expensive either for such a nice restaurant.
And we could walk all around, and then when we got hungry, we could go and have and that was the first place I'd ever eaten asparagus.
When we had our first time I made a meal for him, I made spaghetti. And we talked about it in our first date video. But he said he kept wiping his mouth obsessively.
Well, that was when we went to Denny's. But I did do it when
I made the spaghetti.
Because, I mean, in all honesty, for the first year or so that we were together as a couple, eating in front of you really stressed me out.
Really?
Right, because as a guy, you want to make sure everything is real smooth, and I wanted to be cool through the whole thing.
Yeah.
So
I'm so laid back.
I was an obsessive napkin person. But you may have noticed that the napkins in my lap, I haven't touched it one time. You know why? 20 years, I'm comfortable.
And I'm making a mess.
And let's see. So we missed the boat, but the fish market was nice with the piano. We had dinner in a fancy hotel one time.
Yes, we did.
You remember? Actually, that was when Ricky was born. When Ricky was born, the hospital that he was born at gave a little gift basket to all the new parents, and in it was
a free dinner.
A free dinner to the. There was a hotel, fancy hotel, right across the way, and they had, of course, a restaurant in it, and we went there. So at that hotel, that was a nice dinner. And we went.
I remember we had crab soup.
We got fancy and dressed up, and that was the first time that I had ever had a baked sweet potato, and that was good. That was good, and because I had only had sweet potatoes prepared one way until that point, and that was nice.
We talked about the bank dinner.
That was nice. That was when I bought a suit just for that, and that was one of the youngest pictures that you'll find of us.
Yeah, we did a video on our pictures, so we just talked about that one and that one. I'll link it up top. But
I can't remember what we had to eat, but it was nice.
Yeah, I have no idea. I'm trying to remember if we've been anywhere extra nice since we've been in North Carolina. I think the nicest place is the Italian restaurant.
Oh, when we went to the opera.
But that's not a super fancy place.
There was an Italian restaurant that we went to a couple years ago that was a different one, and during the dinner, the waitress spilled a glass of tea.
Oh no, that was awful.
All over my wife.
Not a glass, it was a pitcher. Just leaned over and spilled it, right in my lap.
It wasn't funny at the time, and I certainly didn't laugh at the time. But it did happen.
And let me say this, they did not comp our meal. I still had to pay. I thought for sure that they were going to say, this one's on us, because she just poured it all over me.
Oh, hold on.
Nothing.
Hold on.
There's a difference.
There's a difference. Hold on. She spilled it on my wife. Pouring it on you implies that she was mad at you.
No, she wasn't. It was an accident.
It was an accident.
Still.
She spilled it, and then, and in case you're wondering, the personality, the temperament of my wife, she sat there soaking wet, and then you can imagine sweet tea is sticky too, so soaking wet, sticky, uncomfortable, all over her dress clothes, and the waitress, stressed out, began to have a meltdown. And sat down and started to explain all the stress that she's having in her life. And my wife, instead of being upset and getting angry, told her it was all right and listened to her. And we ended up, in all honesty, I think we ended up making her feel so good about it that she was almost glad she spilled it on you.
She did.
She went on happy
about it.
And she was just bounced away.
And I thought, okay, this is good. We were gracious, and it was totally fine. And I thought they were going to pay. I thought they were going to just make the meal in the house. Yeah, they did not. Yeah. No, and we didn't say anything. We paid for it. We left her a tip, and it was totally fine. But it was just like,
She made her feel so good about it. She didn't feel like they needed to do anything. That's okay.
Yeah, but we didn't go back though.
But that happened.
I forgot about that. Yeah.
So, let's see.
We've had some experiences. So needless to say, eating at home has been much more pleasant. But it's nice on a special occasion to splurge like that. So, it's not something we get to do all the time, but if you had it all the time, you wouldn't appreciate it as much. frankly, we don't even have spaghetti all that often since Ricky went gluten-free.
Right.
We do get gluten-free pasta, but we don't. Usually, if anything, we'll make it for Ricky, and so we don't have spaghetti all too often. This is actually kind of a different meal for us. It's not on the menu plan often. So this is special in its own way. You know, a lot of families are like ours, and they're really busy, and they're out running around all the time. And going out feels like another chore. And so having the opportunity to just have a peaceful night at home and make a meal and just enjoy it together, that's sometimes nicer.
I agree.
Than going out and doing something and spending a lot of money. I mean, there's so many pressures, especially for Valentine's Day, to do something crazy.
Because you got to buy all the merchandise.
And Rihanna has her eye on a big bear.
And then you have to run home, get ready, get changed, and then you have to get in the car and go down the road and find the place and sit down and order and all this kind of stuff.
A lot of times there's a wait on Valentine's Day.
And I mean, not saying that sometimes it's not fun, and not saying that sometimes that's not the thing to do, but sometimes, you know, you'd have to admit that it's exhausting to go through all of that to have some time with the one you love. When it is so much nicer, I think, to just get dressed up, walk about 10 feet, sit down and have dinner in your own home that you've built together.
So we don't want you to think that you never want to go out, you never want to enjoy it, but sometimes, you know, this is the very best thing for you. You know, you want to be home, you want to enjoy one another, you want to save that money for some other big plans that you have. Like, we have some really big plans, and we want to put money toward that. And we're investing in our marriage by putting our money toward that, and we're still not doing without the nice thing, the special moment for Valentine's Day. You know, I still get to look at him in his shirt and tie over there. Nice.
Thank you.
And I still dress up for him. And it doesn't matter that we're at home.
Thank you, ma'am.
So you might be thinking that this is our Frugal Family Food date night at home meal. It is not. This is our Valentine's Day meal. But just because you have a meal on Valentine's Day doesn't mean that there aren't opportunities for date nights all the time. You know, I think it's good to spend time investing in your marriage every week if you can, as much as you can, really. So we're gonna have another date night. You know, we've had a lot of dates in the last 14 days. So tomorrow, obviously, we have one more day for our 14 Frugal Ways to Say I Love You. I'm thinking it's gonna be a video game tournament because I still haven't forgotten that I need to beat him.
We haven't played video games in years.
Yeah, we're not video game people. So it's a fun thing for us. But Friday is Frugal Family Food, and it's our week to do it. And we're going to do another date night, just another different kind of date night. And we're pretty excited about that. That's going to be a more relaxed date night at home. So for the more, not fancy dress clothes, just something something more normal, something more like what we would actually do. This is a special date night at home.
What do you mean?
But
I always eat in a tie.
If you've seen the Food Diaries, you know that's not true.
No. Sometimes I don't even
take your hat off. I know.
And I know people have commented on that, but
I know they're probably like elbows on the table.
I wear the hat many times because, you know, when I come to the dinner table, I've had the hat on during the day, and I have the hat hair, and I figured that you know, it might be wrong to wear the hat, but no one wants to see the hat hair, so I figure, you know, what's the worst one?
Yeah, we don't mind.
I keep the hat on.
Yeah, we're not overly formal here. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and finish our meal and enjoy the rest of our Valentine's Day together. But we hope you guys are having a good Valentine's Day with your loved ones.
Yes.
And you'll see more of us, like I said, tomorrow, video game, our final of the 14 Ways to Say I Love You. There's so many more, but that's just 14. And then Friday for our Frugal Family Food meal. And Rick's gonna take a little break from videoing, and then he'll be back to it really soon.
I figure everyone's getting tired of it.
Not at all. No, I'm sure they're not.
Well, the excitement, you know.
Although they probably miss your coffee mug cup because you don't have it with you right now.
Well, you set the table. I was wondering where it's at.
All right. Well, we hope you guys had a happy Valentine's Day, and we're gonna enjoy ours. So we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Hey, thanks for watching. I'm really glad you came to visit us here at the Fundamental Home. Make sure if you enjoyed this video that you click the like button and also click subscribe right below me for more videos coming into your inbox all the time. And also, if you enjoy social media, we've got links up at the top here for Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest, all the other fun things. And check out thefundamentalhome.com for more information about what we're doing all the time and how we do it, because there's way more details there. And here over to the right, we have some videos that I recommend. So thanks again for coming by, and we'll see you next time. Bye.